a little photograph, and can you believe that Farida used to look like this? You are like a queen of Bombay or queen of Aden in that picture, which was so nice. And you know, this is the wonderful picture of an old Parsi Navjot in Aden. And thank you, Franny, for sharing. Hope you don't mind. I have shared this with other people.
I'm happy to share.
Thank you. We come now to Dolly Dastur, and most of the questions are kind of answered, like when they come and join after 5 minutes, do not announce because it disturbs the people. We have told that. We also said that we could have a 5 minutes at the end of the teleclass today, which we will see if we have time. We will ask everybody to announce their names. Unfortunately, it will be a very hodgepodge thing because we don't know who should come next and so on. Maybe we can find a way to do it. Okay, then phone should be on mute. We talked about that. What disturbances we will try to eliminate. And then I just said we have addressed all these questions. Hopefully they are being executed. Okay, Dolly Dastur said on the last slide of Navjot on 74, I mistakenly said it is Mohamed Neknam. Actually it is Dr. Aspandia Rektiari. As she mentioned, Dolly is always right. Being the chief editor of Faizana Journal, she has an eagle eye for everything and she always helps me with that. And he is actually the Zoroastrian representative in the Iranian parliament. We are allowed only one person representing the whole community in the parliament. I don't think he has much clout there, but at least he is in the name. And he's Dr. Esfandia Rektiari. As I understand, there was an election and he was re-elected again. And then she says, do not superimpose the number of slides with the photos. And again, I mentioned that let me just say something here. In a PDF presentation, if you're looking at it, and if you're other than Farida's, there is a slide number up on the above there. As you can see, the slide number 74 out of 84, and then you can use the left arrow or right arrow to move the slide. But if you're not using that particular format of PDF, as Farida mentioned, then you have to use the lower right-hand corner. I am trying to get those slide number bigger, but so far I'm not able to do it. Maybe I will do it next time. And again, yes, that is Dr. Aspandia Rektiari, as you see in the picture, and not the other gentleman. Okay, Dolly Dastur then was very nice to send me a very amazing video, YouTube information on Khan Academy, Khan Academy. I want you people, especially with your children in your family, to think about and look this one up. This has nothing to do with religious teleclass, but we could use this technology in our religious teleclass in the future. If some young people can help us in that one, that would be wonderful. In fact, our Faizana Education Committee should look into this one also. This is a wonderful way of interactively teach young people and old people like me on any subject. And this gentleman, he's a Khan. He was from, I think he's from Pakistan. And his niece was having trouble with arithmetic, math. So his sister said, hey, help her out. And he was living in one city, they are living in another. So he tried this online teleconferencing type of idea where he would actually write on his monitor, and then she will also see it being written on her monitor. And this is how he started to teach, and she did very well. Then she asked, can you do this for my friends? Believe it or not, all of a sudden, he got a phone call from none other from Microsoft president, and he said, I'm going to give you some money, $10 million. go and develop this. And that's how it happened. Right now, thousands and thousands of children and adults learn by this Khan Academy all over the world, and I hope we can think about this one a little bit. And so one of the things that I like about this, as I said in the bottom part of the slide to Dolly, that thank you Dolly for pointing it out. This video really brings out his vision, concept, and my favorite theme for education, especially religious education. And it is the word of Zarathustra and Ahura Mazda. They did not charge us a dime for teaching us. Why should we? And what is this nonsense about copyright on religious prayers, books, articles, etc.? I don't believe in it. Free education to the world, hope this will happen. So thank you, Dolly, for pointing it out. When I mentioned this, my very good friend Aban Rustamji, a teacher for all her life, she's also Faizana Fire's project coordinator in Houston. She said that the day in Spring Branch Independent School District somewhere in Houston, they have been using it for almost 2-3 years. She was a teacher for 26 years. She read about Khan Academy, and then she also read about Bill Gates offering him that money, and she started to develop a curriculum based on that. And basically, she said, the teacher is a facilitator, kids do the lesson at home and do the practice in school. Teacher helps with explanations, and it is a wonderful site, and it is worth watching this and performing this, and she is quite happy to help us out. If we need to, thank you, Aban. We will hopefully work with you and see what we can do about this. So again, little side issue on this, but it has a tremendous future for religious education for us in North America and the world actually. Okay, my very good friend Jehan Daruwala, president of Miami ZAF from Aventura, had 2 questions. What steps are necessary and being taken to have, what is the slide number, 26 something? I can't even see myself. Are being taken to have at least one consecrated temple in North America that will eventually train and qualify Navar and Mehta priests. This is quite a bit of a question, because to perform Navar and Mehta in North America is quite going to be interesting and difficult at this time, but who knows. So I just answered to him that NAMC, North American Morbid Council, at their last AGM in Toronto on April 6, 2012, extensively discussed and approved guidelines for all North American Zoroastrian Association for building an Atash Kare. Okay, we have decided that instead of Dar-e-Meher, Agyari, Adadgaon, all these kind of names, all our religious buildings should be called Atash Kade. It is a Persian name. Atash means fire, Kade means house. It is the house where we are housing a consecrated or non-consecrated fire. So we are going to call it from now on Atash Kade and request everybody to do the same, so there is less confusion, but that is the way we have decided. Okay. The one point that we want to make very clear, we are not very happy that in one building, usually it is a home of somebody that we buy, and thanks to our very helpful donors from Iran that has given such places to 3, 4, 5 North American places like Chicago, New York, and so on initially.